Hi guys, welcome back to True Timber, and today I'm going to be reviewing Jon Bellion's new album, Glory Sound Prep. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, I've been up all night waiting to listen to it, and I've just finished, came straight in here. So for me, Conversations with My Wife was very much classic Jon. I feel like it was kind of a message for the fans, like a demonstration that he is still that old Jon, but he's also moving forwards. I think it was just a really brilliant way to start the album. It's, you know, his statement of who he is. The song really mixes so many things that are like the classic Jon, you know, the vocals, the spoken word, chanting, the sort of eclectic mix of sounds that aren't quite instruments but are. I felt like it was a really strong start to the album, and a really it works as the first track of the album since it was the first song we've all heard from this era for Jon. So I think it was really great to kick off that album with something we know, something a lot of fans have fallen in love with already. So the second track, JT, is a song that like I can't get my head around. I love it, but there's so many sounds that it feels like it shouldn't work, but somehow it does. It's one of those things that Jon somehow manages to do. Every track is so busy, there's so much going on that as a listener I feel like I shouldn't be able to understand it, but I do. He really does make beauty from chaos. And the lyrics on that track for me are genius. Like, he's so funny and smart, and it really comes across in a interesting and new way in all of his lyrics, and I really love how he experiments with sound and plays on words and plays on meaning and makes references to popular culture. And I just think that JT really encapsulates a lot of that, a lot of what for me Jon Bellion is. So Let's Begin was the first track that we haven't already heard. It was weird. I mean, so it's kind of all over the place. It's 5 minutes long, it's kind of weird, crazy. It starts off with a beautiful piece of strings and then goes straight into rapping. It's a really awesome juxtaposition of this sort of raw, honest, emotional rap and this beautiful classical instrument, which, you know, you don't often see rap and classical strings together. But he's made it work and made this sort of juxtaposition, but both instruments, the rap and the violin, are honest, raw and beautiful. Kind of reminded me of Mansions, the band with Black Bear and Mike Posner in it. They're also like this eclectic mix of singing, rap, crazy sounds, and for me this song really brought that to mind, this odd mix that shouldn't work, but Jon makes it work. So track number 4, Stupid Deep, is my favourite. It was my favourite from all the singles he released because it was just so raw and honest and stripped back, and I've always loved the songs where it's more him and his voice. I think his voice rarely takes centre stage because we're always so lost in his crazy instrumentals and analysing these amazing lyrics that we don't often get to just sit and appreciate how beautiful his voice is. And I think for me this song really did that, demonstrated how much emotion he can show through his voice, and it was just, I just really love the song. I think it's a really emotional track that so many people will be able to empathise with, and you know, it's just a beautiful love song, and I really love that. So the internet was an odd song for me. You jump from this really emotional love song to a song that kind of reminded me of what you'd expect to hear at a rave. It was sort of electronic, boppy, you know, you could imagine hearing it at a nightclub, but then you've got that sound with lyrics that are incredibly real, discussing, you know, the pressures of the internet and how we present ourselves as one thing but are maybe the other, the effect fame has on people. And he really masters something that 21 Pilots do really well, which is singing, sounding really happy and energetic, but having lyrics that sort of deal with something a lot deeper. And Jon does this in a whole different way. I could his sound is one that could really be mainstream and, you know, could be very popular in a lot of different genres. And I really hope that he can get that, because I'd love for more people to have access to these kind of lyrics, you know, lyrics that say more than, you know, your average pop song, which is just about going out and finding a girl or a boy and going home, or, you know, going partying. He deals with something real, and he's addressing actual social issues and, you know, real emotions, and I think that it's always so refreshing and so lovely to see artists who are actually engaging with what's going on. The next track number 6, is probably my favourite new song from the album that we hadn't heard before, that wasn't a single, which is called Blue. It kind of jumps straight into it. There's no instrumental lead up, which I think all of the songs so far did have, and the vocals in it are just absolutely angelic. I mean, the song is so beautiful, I can't even really put it into words. If you haven't heard it yet, I recommend this one. There's piano, angelic vocals. Adult Swim was really odd. It kind of interrupted the whole flow of the album with this weird radio-like track. So sections of song play, and then you have a DJ, and then you have static, and sections of song, and then static, and songs. It was just a bit of an odd break in the album. Now granted, it was, you know, 20 minutes past midnight when I finally got to listen to the song. It's been a long day, I've been at work, so I feel like a lot of the genius of this track has kind of been lost on me. All I can say about it now is that it's an odd sort of religious-y themed rap, that he's still dealing with those big issues, but he is completely playing with the idea of what is a song, what makes a track. It was interesting how he broke the album up like that and decided to put in a song that sort of challenges our stereotypes of music. The next song, Couples Retreat, reminded me a little bit of Guillotine, thematically. Like, it had that whole idea of, we've had a fight, let's sort of come together. If you're scared, come, you know, let's, I don't know how to phrase it, let's return to each other physically. There's this whole sense of physicality and being close to someone, and love and passion, and I really love how he keeps playing with the same ideas but doing something new with it. It's a lot happier, I think, and sort of more dancey than Guillotine, which, you know, is my favourite song by Jon, because it was the first song I heard and it just has a lot of emotional meaning to me. But I think this does a really interesting play. It's kind of like a new version, an alternative Guillotine. Cautionary Tales is in my top 3. So my top 3 are definitely Stupid Deep, Blue, and Cautionary Tales. This song was just everything. Every song on this album is so Jon Bellion. We see the return of his sort of singing rap style, something that I think is, you know, uniquely his. There's a sound that he is able to get somewhere between talking and rapping and singing. He finds sort of the perfect little point in the middle of that triangle. It's just a great song. I can't wait to see how his live show comes together. I think that this song in particular, I think, will be an amazing song live. The final track on the album was 8 minutes long. It was called Mars Joint. I don't know what I was expecting when I put on the song, but it definitely wasn't what I got. So it was sad. It started off sad and slow, sort of an ode to his mum. He was looking after his grandma, is what I thought, me and my girlfriend thought happened. And I love how Jon isn't singing to, I thought it was really interesting that Jon sang this song not to his grandma but to his mum and all the things she was doing for his grandma. It's sort of like the unsung heroes kind of thing. I think it was really cute that he, you know, decided to honour her in this way. I mean, Glory Sound Prep was an amazing album. I'm so happy Jon is back making really good music. If you liked the album, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment in the description what you thought Love to hear what you guys thought of the album. Thanks, bye.